but my hope will never die.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is JackDaChamp, and today I'm going to teach you guys the basics of like SnowRider 3D. Just how to get better at it, some methods, you know what I mean. Remember to click that subscribe button, smash the like button, and absolutely destroy the notification bell. Yeah, and let's get to it. Alright, so tip number 1, which sled should you use? So there are a lot of sleds right here, but to be honest, the best sleds you could possibly use are probably this one, the evil sleigh, used by me and my other friend top players, or the round sleigh, used by older players, usually like before I joined, or well, you know what I mean. But anyways, basically like both this and this, they're both very good. Trust me, guys. I'd recommend using them. They're just have better hitboxes and you could see better. So I don't know what that is, but alright, so I probably won't be able to like show this in game, but curvature, it kind of really does matter, but it only really matters for modern versions of SnowRider 3D. So if you're in the brown and white version, you can just skip this part because it's not really going to work on your version. But basically, like whenever you like start a run, like it'll either like be high or low curvature. Basically like this, and like when you do a high curvature start, it'll turn to low curvature, and when it turns into low curvature, it makes it harder to look at obstacles like this. But if you do a low curvature start, then it'll gradually like go back to high curvature, which is really good. I would recommend just usually trying to get low curvature starts instead of high curvature starts, so you know, in case you want to get any like really good scores, for example like the scores I get, you're probably gonna want to use this method to make your life easier. But anyways, on to the next tip. Now, my fellow viewers, that may not make a lot of sense, but hear me out. So, present grinding, it will help you with timings in SnowRider 3D better. Like, see that? Like, if you present grind, you'll get better at like reaction time to stuff. Like on screen, like you could do like schedules, like do like 20 minutes of present grinding and then like 20 of score grinding, which is what I call when you're trying to, well, get a new high score or break a world record. And you can adjust the schedule however you want, but present grinding really does help more than y'all might think, because it just makes you better with the flow with the gameplay, in my opinion. So yeah, just like work with the flow of the gameplay, just work with like being comfortable with being in tight situations. That's pretty suited for present grinding. And on to the next tip. Alright, tip 4, paying attention more. What do I mean by that though? So basically what I mean is like pay attention to the gameplay ahead of you more, pick the most spacious routes. What I usually see people do is that they'll like beginners will just like go wherever, and then like they'll crash into something because they went to a really hard area. Here, I'll try to give an example. Like they'll go somewhere like over here, and then like die, something like that, probably. I don't know. I'm not a beginner. I can't really express it well, but oh shit. We got the snowballs. That's not really good interpretation, but like basically you could do something like this. Just like pick the most spacious routes. Try to find the spaces where you don't have to click the most. Just, you know, pick areas where you can just like relax more. Of course, when you get better and like you're getting higher scores, you're gonna have to click more further into the run, but like you'll probably understand what I mean. Basically, see, you don't even have to click, and yet beginners would probably still die at that because they're trying to be a bit quirky and like do some random movements. But anyways, on to the next tip. Okay, so this is a bit of a smaller tip, but tip 5 is your mouth screen time. If you play like only 10 or 20 minutes a day, you're probably not going to get that good. I would recommend 30 minutes or an hour. If like you're really in the flow with the game and you can really handle it, maybe like 2 or 3 hours. And like personally, I do like 3 or 4 hours sometimes. Most of the time is just me like uploading my completions, but like it can just like get up to that point, I guess. This isn't that big of one, but like, you know, just play more in general. But don't play too much though, just like tire you out and like lose your sense of the game, probably. On to the next tip, I guess. Alright, tip number 6. Take advantage of the slopes. Now, what do I mean by this? Basically what I mean by like taking advantage of the slopes, basically what I mean is that like after the score 40, you would have accelerated enough where the slope things where you usually have to jump on, you don't have to jump on them anymore because you will have accelerated enough. I'll get to that point real quick just to show you guys. But this is actually really helpful, and I would not recommend jumping on these slopes after like 300 anyways, because you're most likely going to die if like there's like a wall. So yeah, I'll probably get up to that point just to prove my point and like cut to it, I guess. So let's wait for it to appear. I'm probably gonna cut a little bit. Alright, so as you can see, after you reach the score of 40, you will have accelerated enough. See, I didn't jump there. And as I said before, I would probably not jump on these after like 200 or 300, as I'm pretty sure that it will have accelerated enough. And you see these walls right here that I just passed just now. I'm pretty sure that if there's like a wall after the slope, that you will crash into it if you jump. Alright, tip number 7, listening to music. This actually does like it hypes you up, like it'll just make you feel better while playing. You'll have more fun, but remember to still be paying attention to the gameplay. Just use the music in the background to like sort of like lock in and like it can make you feel better, because like me myself, like personally, like when I put on music, like I get like way better, and I like get 100 like I get 100 over what I usually get. This is a smaller tip. I don't know if it always works, but it's still great to listen to music while playing the game overall. Just play hyping music and still focus on the game at the same time, and you might get better. I don't know, it's not guaranteed. I'm not sure if this is the last tip, but I'll probably think of another one real quick. Alright, tip number 8. There is no tip number 8 because I've officially ran out of ideas. Yay! like, I kind of already started losing ideas by tip number 2, but, like, it's okay, because, like, at least I was able to give some okay tips. If the last 5 tips don't work, and, like, you don't work well with them, it's okay, because I kind of rushed them in a way, but if they do work, then, good for you. Have a nice day, and I will see y'all in the next video.